The third theme is most people don't have the confidence to be revolutionary. And this is based on an article that appears in, I think it's the Financial Times, about the makeover of Claridge's in London, which is one of the most prestigious hotels in the world. And what makes this article unique is because when Claridge's was going through this renovation, which is one of the most extensive renovations of any building in the world, they kept the hotel open, kept guests coming in, and nobody knew what was happening. So imagine you are the owner of this hotel and you're going out there and telling your investors that, look, we have this diabolical idea whereby we're going to renovate the entire hotel, but we're going to keep it running normally. You then have to go find an engineering and architectural and design crew and environmental permitting crew who's going to accept your plan to do this, and it's basically never been done before. You have to explain what you want, which most people wouldn't understand because you are the visionary. Then you have to make sure you get what you want, and each time you've got to deal with criticism in the press because everyone says it's never been done and therefore you can't do it. Everyone says they want to be insightful and revolutionary. The insight here is, do you have the confidence to be this way, assuming you know what you are doing? Because anything that's truly unique in the world, everything that's truly insightful, everything that truly changes the world, people don't get it the first time. They think that, why are you the only one saying this? If it was so smart and so insightful, shouldn't everyone else get it and shouldn't everyone else be doing it? But we know from history that new ideas no one gets. So if you want to be truly insightful, truly a creative thinker, change the world, that's all wonderful. But you also have the confidence to see it through, to defend what you are doing, to be able to explain it. Because far too often what I see happening with clients, I mean, this is basically a recurring topic with every single executive coaching client I have, whereby we give them the analytic firepower to do something quite revolutionary. But what they fail to understand is that when they present this to their board, 99% of time, it's completely normal for the board to not get it and to push back. And the client has to have the confidence to see it through. But what the client is expecting is that the analysis will make it obvious. And the reality is no, that's never the way it's ever worked in the history of business. So the more evolutionary you want to be, the less resistance there'll be to your ideas. The more insightful you want to be, the more resistance there'll be to your ideas. And that's what you need to balance off. That's the balancing act you need to have. You got to remember that if you want to do something truly unique in the world, it's going to come down to a seriously large amount of people skills and influencing skills to push it through. And if you don't have those skills, you're going to end up being one of those people who, is retired at the age of 60 or whatever it is, saying that, I had this idea, but nobody listened to me. And now this other guy comes along 15 years later and everyone follows him, but it was my idea. But you're going to forget that having the idea is not enough. The more insightful you are, the harder it is for people to see what you are doing. The more unique you are, the harder it is for people to believe in what you are doing. You need to be able to building up a combination, a portfolio of skills to push through an idea. The Andrew program is a pretty good example of how hard it is to do that. He basically has to give up his career, go sit in another part of a building, and quietly work by himself because nobody believes in what he's doing. Of course, he becomes enormously successful because he understood the point we made that you need to influence people to support you. It's not enough to have a good idea. And that's it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed doing the episode. Finally, I want you to remember that the only way to get access to our special offers, the only way to get our special pricing, and the only way to get samples of our content is to join the list on firmsconsulting.com. It's the only way also to get access to our unique advanced content that we make available to insiders. So if you want to get a sneak peek of things, test it out, see what's in there, this is the place to go. And finally, I want to thank you again for making us one of the largest podcast channels around the world for careers and for the 2 million downloads and counting.